Was good, cuz? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm bringing you guys another NFL predictions video. I know it's been a little bit, but today we're back with the top 5 teams in the AFC next year for the 2021-22 season. Who is it going to be? Make your predictions down below. Who is going to the Super Bowl to represent the AFC? Let me know down in the comments below. If you guys are excited for the video, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. I would greatly appreciate it, but without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get it.
Minica, watch me on Twitch, ooh, I'm streaming. I'm on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, red button beaming. Let's get that sub count, take over YouTube, ooh, we teaming. My content so hot, ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Ooh, yeah, I'm steaming, red button beaming.
All right, everybody. Today, like I said, we are doing my top 5 teams in the AFC conference going into next season. These are just my opinions. Like I say in all my other predictions videos, I am not 100% correct when it comes to these. Obviously, they are just my opinion, and you guys could agree, disagree. Feel free to let me know who you guys think are the top 5 in the AFC next year in the comments down below. I look forward to reading you guys' comments. But before we get into my top 5, I do have one honorable mention to list here today, and that is going to be the Tennessee Titans. Now, I think the Tennessee Titans could get in this top 5 at the end of the season next year. Reason why I have them outside is because I think there's a team that we're going to get into in a second that is going to be better than them in their own division in the AFC South. Their defense wasn't too good last year, the Titans. If they're able to improve on the defensive side of the ball, they could end up on this top 5 list. They did lose Corey Davis, and they did lose Jonnu Smith as well, but you still have Derrick Henry, still have AJ Brown, and I like Ryan Tannehill, so you still have a good squad there in Tennessee. I could see them getting in the top 5, but right now I have them right outside as my honorable mention. Okay, so now that we got my honorable mention out of the way, it's time to start my top 5 teams in the AFC. Feel free to guess in the comments down below. Who do you guys think is going to be number 5, then number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1? Let me know. But number 5, we're going to start things off with the Indianapolis Colts. Now, I think the Indianapolis Colts, I was just saying, in the Titans, are a team that's going to be a little bit better than the Titans next year in the AFC South. If you watch my AFC South predictions video, I have the Colts at 11-6, and I have the Titans at 10-7, so very, very close. The reason that I think what's going to put the Colts over the top compared to the Titans is that defense. I think the Colts defense was very good last year, and I think there's only room for improvement, with DeForest Buckner, Darius Leonard, and guys like that. And that was really their first year playing together. So I think this year they have more chemistry together. Think they're going to be really, really solid defensively. And then the addition of Carson Wentz could wind up being a great acquisition that we talk about years from now. I mean, I know Carson Wentz wasn't very good the last few years on the Eagles, and I'm not really a big Carson Wentz fan. But behind that offensive line with some protection, and he's got good weapons with Michael Pittman, you have Jonathan Taylor to hand the ball off to. He's got some pretty solid options there in Indianapolis that he didn't have in Philadelphia. Could revitalize his career. We will have to see. And he has that great offensive line. Like I said, protection is key for Carson Wentz. Got sacked a ton of times. I think he's going to be a very good game manager for them, and I think he puts them over the top to get them at number 5. Okay, so number 4, we have the Baltimore Ravens. My first of 2 AFC North teams on this top 5. Who do you guys think is the other one? But the Baltimore Ravens, I have them at number 4. Do you guys think I have them too low, too high? Let me know. But the reason being, they were the number 1 seed 2 years ago, if you guys don't remember, when they lost the Titans in that playoff game. But Lamar had an MVP season. They were on fire that year. Best offense in the league. I think he threw the most passing touchdowns that year too, which is very, very surprising. But then they got their revenge on the Titans last year in the playoffs, and now Lamar has finally got a playoff win under his belt, so he doesn't have to worry about that going forward. He can play with a little bit of pressure off of his back and see what he can do with that. Their defense doesn't lose a lot of pieces. They're still going to be very, very solid. And then on the offensive side of the ball, J.K. Dobbins emerged as a very, very good running back, and you know that Baltimore team loves to run the ball. Then the Ravens went out and also signed Sammy Watkins from the Kansas City Chiefs. So can Sammy Watkins be a number 1 receiver for the Baltimore Ravens? We'll have to see. Could it be like a decent 1.5 option where he'll have maybe 6, 7, 800-yard season? That wouldn't be too bad for the Baltimore Ravens. They could use a guy like that, pair with Hollywood Brown, so you give Lamar some weapons on the outside as well as J.K. Dobbins, and then Lamar Jackson obviously is a threat with his legs. If he can just throw the ball a little bit better, I think they really get back on track next year. They do have a very, very tough division with the Steelers, the Browns, and the Bengals, who could sneaky be good next year, the Bengals, if they make some improvements, if they get Joe Burrow some protection, if he's able to start the season after that ACL injury. So that's why they're at number 4. I think the AFC North is going to be like a bloodbath. It's going to be very, very intense, but I have the Baltimore Ravens, if Lamar can get the MVP form, at number 4. At number 3, we have our second team in the AFC North. And if you guys have seen my AFC North predictions video, you know where I'm going with this, because I picked this team to win the division. I think it's finally their time, and I am talking about the Cleveland Browns. I think the Cleveland Browns next year, it is their time to shine. They were underdogs last season. Nobody expected them to be where they were. They were only a few points away from a Kansas City Chiefs win, and they could have been in the AFC Championship. That would have been crazy. Beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs last year, and then, like I said, almost make the AFC Championship. Now they're going to have all the pressure going into it next year. It's going to be all on them. They're going to be expected to win the AFC North. They have Baker Mayfield. You're getting OBJ back. Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb are not going anywhere. Best running back duo in the league by far. That offensive line is number 1 in the entire league. And then that defense, you went out and signed Jadeveon Clowney. You got pieces in the secondary as well, was where you struggled last year. This team is just looking very, very good on paper. We just have to go see how they perform, but I have very, very high hopes for them. We are going to see what the Cleveland Browns do next year, but I have confidence in picking them at number 3. Okay, so we have our number 2 and number 1 spot up for grabs. I'm sure you guys know exactly which 2 teams are left. It's the teams that were in the AFC Championship game last year, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Who is number 1? Who is number 2? Give me your predictions down in the comments below. If you guys have been enjoying the video so far as well, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. I would greatly appreciate it. More NFL, Madden, MLB content coming to you guys. So if you guys are interested in that, hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss any of that, and hit the bell notification too, so you know when I upload. Pretty much upload daily, every other day, stuff like that. But let's get back into it. So number 2, I can't give it to the Chiefs. It's going to be the Buffalo Bills. The Chiefs have run this division, or this conference rather, for the last few years, and that's not going to change because I have the Bills at number 2. Buffalo Bills make the AFC Championship game last year. I don't think anybody expected them to do that. If you were talking about at the beginning of the year last year, it was just an unbelievable season. Josh Allen got 10 times better in one season with that addition of Stephon Diggs. Really, really, really helped Josh Allen just become a great quarterback in this league. He was probably a top 15 quarterback before they got Diggs. Now they got Diggs. He's probably a top 6 or 7 quarterback in the league right now. Stephon Diggs, his addition cannot go unnoticed. Just an unbelievable season from him. You know, now they have a real number 1 receiver there in Buffalo, and Cole Beasley had a very, very good season as well. I think where the Buffalo Bills struggle, where they really need to improve, either in their offensive line or their run game, because they either need to get better run blocking if it's not the running backs problem, or they need to get better running backs if the offensive line is blocking good, because they really just have not run the ball well, and that's really what's going to kill you against teams like the Chiefs, because if you can't run the ball and kill some clock against the Kansas City Chiefs and keep Mahomes, Hill, Kelsey off the field, they're going to come down and run up the score on you guys, and that's what happened in the AFC Championship game. The Bills could not run the ball at all, and then the Chiefs were just getting on the field, scoring a touchdown, like it was just ridiculous. So the Bills need to run the ball. If they can learn how to run the ball, I think they could really give Kansas City a run for their money next season. They did go out and sign Emmanuel Sanders to get more wide receiver depth. They went out and signed Matt Breida as well, so now they have Matt Breida, Zach Moss, Devin Singletary. Can one of those guys emerge as a number 1 running back for this team and really produce on the ground? We're going to have to see. They have to run the ball consistently. Can they beat the Chiefs? That's going to be the question, because I have them at number 2. I think the Chiefs are the only team standing in their way between the Super Bowl and the Bills. So lastly, here we go. We have our number 1 team, and obviously you guys know who it's going to be already, but just to clear it up, we have at number 1 the best team in the AFC, the team that has run the AFC for the last 2 to 3 years, going to back-to-back Super Bowls, winning a Super Bowl 2 years ago. There's no surprise here. It is the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs, unfortunately, did not win the Super Bowl last year. They got blown out, but there was nobody in the AFC that could put up a contest with them, and that is why they're the number 1 team. They went 14-2 last year. They were absolutely amazing in the regular season, cruised to the Super Bowl where they met the Buccaneers and did lose, unfortunately, because they didn't have Mitchell Schwartz and they didn't have Eric Fisher. Their offensive line was not at 100%. If they did, would the game have been different? Can't say it was, because the Buccaneers just played so well and destroyed them. I can't say if they had 2 offensive linemen, that game would have been closer, because the Bucs just played so well, so you got to give them their credit. But the Chiefs will not fall off next year after that Super Bowl loss. They will be coming back for revenge. Now they got a chip on their shoulder. They might have been too relaxed, didn't think anybody could beat them, and now they have a little slap in the face of reality, and I think they come out firing next season. I think Patrick Mahomes probably wins MVP next year on a revenge tour. He wants to get back to the Super Bowl. He wants to face Brady again, and he wants to win. He wants his second ring. You know, you sign some guards like Joe Thuney from the Patriots and Kyle Long from the Bears to replace some of those guys that you lost on the offensive line. You got to protect Patrick Mahomes. If you protect Patrick Mahomes, you are going to do very, very good for the Kansas City Chiefs. You still have Tyreek Hill, still have Travis Kelce, and then Mahomes could throw for 400 or 500 yards any given Sunday. They still could use some help in the defensive secondary there. I think they need to use their draft picks next year on the defensive side of the ball. If they are to do that and they could, you know, get a top 10, top 15 defense in this league, they're going to have a top 3 offense every single week. You know that because Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and Kelce are just absolutely unreal. So you really just have to work on your defensive side of the ball. If you can do that, definitely going to be AFC favorites and probably Super Bowl favorites next year. Okay, everybody, that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. My top 5 teams in the AFC next year for the 2021-22 season. Obviously, like I said, these are just my opinions, so feel free to leave your predictions down below in the comments and we can discuss. I would love to see who you guys think are going to be the top 5 teams in the AFC next year. I will be doing an NFC predictions video just like this one very, very soon, so hit that bell notification so you don't miss when that goes live. Also, you could follow me on my social links if you guys want. They're on the screen for you guys right now and have been throughout the entire video, so you guys can follow my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, stuff like that. You can find me on all of those places. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out.